Hello YouTube and welcome back to a brand new draft team preview video. And as you could probably guess by the title, we are back for season number 2 of the ABC. Now, if you guys missed out on the last season of the ABC, I highly recommend you go back and check it out because last time it was brand new season, brand new league. We finished, I think, got to the quarterfinals last time. Hopefully this time we can push on and get a better position than we did last season. Now, there's a lot has changed between season 1 and season 2 if you've been here around for a while. So pretty much it's now split into 2 divisions. There's Masquerade division and Slaking division. We're in the Masquerade division and we have to finish, I think it's top 6. I think it's top 6. Is it top 6? Or is it top 8? I can't remember. But if we finish like near the top, let's just say, we'll qualify for the playoffs and then we'll do some playoff games until we get to the final where we play. The Masquerades will fight until there's one left. The Slackings will fight until there's one left. Then the 2 winners will battle each other out and go for glory. Now, in the draft, we were like in the middle, so it wasn't the greatest pick in the world, but hey ho, we've done the most of it. Also, there's, instead of tiers, instead of like, for example, in UCC, there's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and you pick certain ones from each tier. That's our team. But in ABC, it's a little bit different because each of the mons were like in, so for example, one mon would be 20 points. For example, some mons are 20 points, some mons are 18, some are 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, blah, 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 blah. So we had, I think it was 120 points to spend, I think it was. So we could obviously get, I think, is it 12 mons we have? It's 11. We have 11 mons. So we had roughly around 10 points per pick. Roughly. Yeah, 10 points per pick. Roughly. On average, anyway, to build the best team. And obviously have Z captains as well. The Z captain rule is where you can only have 2 mons that are Z captains, and they both have to be equivalent of 20 points. So you can have either one 20-point mon, which can be your Z captain, or you can have loads of your lower tier mons as your Z captains. Now, our team for the ABC is quite something because I originally planned to build my team around my best 2 mons in draft I've ever used, which are obviously these first 2 picks. And yeah, because let's kick off, shall we? First up, we've got our boy Guy Fawkes, our Persephone, who, if you missed out on UCC season 10, you will know why Persephone is now one of my highest ever used mons in draft, because every game I won, it was down to this guy. Most games were down to this guy, being Choice Scarf Guy Fawkes, just sweeping at the end of the game, just sweeping the rest of the game. Now, hopefully, it can put in as much work as it did in the UCC as on the ABC. Unfortunately, now everyone will know the set I use on Guy Fawkes if they watch my videos or keen follow up the UCC. They should know this. But Guy Fawkes can be run mainly be on special, but it can be run physical if we need to, which is nice because it gets the likes of Explosion, Flame Charge, Foul Play, Knock Off, the physical moves, Return, Shadow Claw, Astonish, Fling, Payback, Thief, and so on and so forth. But main set I usually run is Choice Scarf with Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Mind Blown, and then fill in Hidden Power here, depending on what we need on the squad. So hopefully Persephone can put in as much work as it did in the UCC and carry us to some victories and help us pick up one of these. Now, next up, we have our second most highest mon in draft, in our boy George, or Ambipom, who's pretty much one of the channel mascots at this point. So we've got Ambipom, our technician or skill link, Ambipom, with obviously quite fast, two very fast mons, one special, one physical. So, and George's only weakness is fighting, which Guy Fawkes is immune to, and Guy Fawkes is weak to Ghost, which George is immune to. So they kind of work together, but obviously water and dark and ground, we don't resist those, so we have other options for those to resist down further down the line. Now, George is pretty much going to be physical late game sweeper, possibly. Obviously with Fake Out Initiative, which is nice. With Technician, it gets boosted to Acrobatics, which is freaking amazing. Gets boost to gets Gunk Shot as well for the pesky fairy types. Knock Off is just out of range for Technician boost. Power Punch Technician is fantastic. I've used it before. Pursuit, fantastic as well. Gets Seed Bomb as well. Shadow Claw, Tail Slap. It now gets Tail Slap, which Technician boosted does more than double hit, I think, if we get all 5, but the accuracy is less, but it can do more damage, so we have to weigh those up depending on what we need for George to do that week. Gets all the Element Punch, obviously U-Turn, Toxic. Gets Bounce, gets Cut, that gets boosted. Dual Chop gets boosted if we've got a Dragon type. Fury Cut gets boosted as well. Gets Fury Swipes, which I've run Fury Swipes and upon before. Does put in the work. We can boost our Revenge as well. Rock Smash, Scratch, Strength. We can't boost Strength. 3 if we can Strength. It gets Water Pulse. So if we need to initialize that 60 base special attack, Technician boosted, we might be able to do. If they've got a Mon which is quad weak to water, I might bring Water Pulse Ambipom. If it kills, if it does kill, and we've got no other options, I'm going to bring Water Pulse Ambipom. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it here first. Now, next Mon up. We needed pretty much a Mon that resists dark and mainly water. Sceptile's that answer, and this quad resists water. So we've got a boy, Mega Sceptile, our Lightning Rod Mega Sceptile. Don't have a nickname for a Sceptile, so if any of you guys down below can suggest any nicknames for any of these Mons which don't have nicknames, that'd be much appreciated. Please leave them down in the comment section down below. But Mega Sceptile's here, another speedy boy. So far, Guy Fawkes is our slowest Mon at base 107. We are a very speedy team, so hopefully Trick Room. No Trick Room here, please. No Trick Room here, please. But anyway, got Mega Sceptile with Lightning Rod to obviously get it's +1 special attack. It is +1 special attack, isn't it? Yes. If we switch into an electric type moves, which is fantastic. Can be run physical and special. Mainly going to be run special though. So it gets the likes of Dragon Pulse, Energy Ball, Focus Miss, obviously Hidden Powers. So hasn't really got that much in a way of variety of move pool, but we can play around with Stab Dragon, Stab Grass should be enough to do some damage to some Mons, because in the Pokemon World Cup plug, my fellow Poxock competitor John of the Nigerian Ninjasks had Mega Sceptile, won 2 games, and both games I think Mega Sceptile got 4 kills. So if that can work out for us, that'll be absolutely fan-dabby-dorsey. So next up, we've got a boy, Klefki, our prankster. We have a name for Klefki as well, so nickname please. So we've got Klefki, our prankster. Klefki, rocking. It's mainly for support, really, Klefki. So prankster initiatives, it can be attractive. Defog, which is probably the main reason I brought it, gets likes of Reflects as well, Spikes, Switcheroo, Toxic, so on and so forth. So it can be very good as a support Mon, and usually runs the likes of Dazzling Gleam or Flash Cannon for like some chip damage if needs be. So Klefki is here to hopefully be our support Mon that we need, be a defogger that we need, defogger that resists rocks, which is fantastic. So hopefully Klefki can put in the work for us and do the most. Next up, we've got a boy, Thunderous Incarnate, another prankster one. We've got Dual Prankster. Dual Prankster, we're very prankstery over here. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Anyway, Thunderous, you get to have a nickname as well. down below. But we've got Defiant as well, just in case you've got some Intimidate mons. We can run Physical as well, because it can be run both, because it's 115 attack, 125 special attack. So we can play around with that shenanigans. So it gets the likes of, what does it get? What do you get, sir? Defog as well, another defog, which is always nice. Discharge, stab. I don't think it gets any flying stab besides hidden power. So yeah, you get Sky Drop and Fly. But is Thunderous one of our Z captains? Thunderous is one of our Z captains. So Z Fly is an option. So Z Sky Drop is also an option. So we can play around with Flying Stab there, and quite fast as well. So besides Klefki, all our mons so far are above 105 speed, which is kind of crazy. We're speedy boys over here. We're speedy boys. Hopefully that doesn't come and bite us in the bum. But it gets it gets loads of moves. It gets Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Volt Switch, U-turn. It gets turn Volt Turn, which is fantastic. So we can play around with that if we need to throughout the season. So that is our 5th mon of the draft pick. Next up, we've got a boy. Shout out to Pokemon Pearl Roulette Randomized Nuzlocke. The 3rd LP on the channel. Go check it out if you haven't already, because it's probably the best Let's Play on the channel, IMO. But anyway, the Blade is here with Intimidate. Also rocking Technician as well, and Steadfast. Intimidate mon, always great. Technician if we need to, which is fantastic. Very, very bulky boy with 110 special defense and 195 defense. Gets Rapid Spin as well, so it's another. These 3 mons all get hazard removal, which is fantastic. Also gets the priority and Bullet Punch. Gets Fake Out as well. Gets Earthquake, Drill Run, High Jump Kick as well. Mac Punch, Pursuit, Quick Attack, Rapid Spin, Rock Slide, Stone Edge, Sucker Punch, Toxic. All the gets a variety of different moves we can play around with. Mainly to be one of our defensive cores on the team, because bulky Hitmontop is a threat. So hopefully, Guy Fawkes, because Guy Fawkes is there. I read it. My bad. But Beyblade is here. Beyblade can put in the work if it needs to, and if it does put in the work, I'll be very, very happy. Next up, our 2nd set of Pokemon. First up, we have a gal, Cindy, our Gastrodon, rocking Storm Drain, Sticky Hold, and Stand Force. Cindy is pairing up with Hitmontop to be our defensive core of the team, because Cindy is quite bulky. Hitmontop is quite bulky. Together, they should be really, really bulky buddies. They're the bulky buddies of the squad. So main Cindy set is you run Scald, Earth Power, Toxic, Recover, or Ice Beam, depending on who you're up against. Gets Protect as well, gets Rest, gets Sleep Talk, gets Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Substitute, Surf, Toxic Waterfall, Amnesia, you want to be that guy, gets Blizzard, gets a plethora of different moves. So Gastrodon is mainly going to be able to be bulky boy, but if we need to, we can be physical boy, special gal with 92 special attack. It's not the greatest, but if it's being our only ground type, and most teams are weak to ground, Cindy may or may not 9 times out of 10. Not often, but most of the time we run bulky, but occasionally it will be run more of a specially threatening Gastrodon. Hopefully that pays off. Now next up, we needed an ice type, and throughout all the points left, Pinkalello was the best one we could achieve, which wasn't already gone or we couldn't afford. So Pinkalello, our Schneasel, who we have used in the past before in UCC. I can't remember what season it was. Was it season 8? I believe it was season 8, but Pinkalello did okay for us. So, I mean, it put in a lot of work in for the one game I drafted at 4, so that was the main reason for it. But Speedy Ice type is always nice. We can run Choice Scarf, which usually Runner, or Choice Band, with the likes of Pickpocket. Don't know if that'd be useful. Inner Focus is alright. Get Avalanche, Brick Break, Dark Pulse. We won't be running special at all because we've got Fake Out Special Defense. But another Fake Out monster. We've got triple Fake Out, which is nice. We get Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, Knock Off, Low Kick, Poison Jab, Power Punch, Pursuit, Quick Attack, Shadow Claw, X Scissor, Aerial Ace, Bite, Beat Up, Crush Claw, Counter, Dig. Yeah. So we get a plethora of different moves on Pink and Lello. Pink and Lello is mainly going to be not going to be brought to every game, but if he's got like a Landorus or a Garchomp or whatever, quad weak mon to ice, it'd be ridiculous not to bring our boy Sneasel. So that's the case. That's the case. If that is the option, if we need to, we'll bring Pink and Lello. Now, next up, as you can see on the screen, we have a Moltres, but needs story time right now. So I originally wanted a bulky mon which resist fairy and ground for this pick. Now, I originally planned to have Wheezing right here, which does both perfectly and is quite bulky. But literally 2 or 3 picks, literally the pick before me, I believe Gareth or someone like that, or 2 or 3 picks before me chose Wheezing. And literally, just before that Checkmate Ben of Twickenham Persimmon went up to me and said, "Oh, I'm drafting Mono Poison. I'm going to draft Golbat, blah, 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 blah." So I said, "Okay, great, super. I'm drafting Wheezing, so we're good there." Now, being the devious person that I am, Wheezing got sniped, and I thought, hang on. There's one mon which is bulky, poison type, resists ground, and does the job, which is Golbat. So I picked up Golbat, and then immediately in the draft chat, I get bullied, not bullied, but you go, "Oh my god, I can't believe you, I can't." Checkmate best me and go, "Oh my god, I can't believe you sniped me. Oh my god, I thought we had a pact." Blah, 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 blah. And I thought, okay. I had to. I needed a fairy resist. I needed a fairy resist and a ground immunity. And Golbat's the only thing. I said, I'm going mono poison. You can't choose Golbat. So I thought, if you give me a better option, I'll give you Golbat. And he said, "Oh, why not use Moltres?" And I thought, okay, Moltres isn't as bulky as Wheezing or Golbat, but does resist them both. Can be run semi-bulky if needs be. I mean, I'm not entirely confident in Moltres, but hey-ho. If it was a Wheezing or a Golbat, I'd have been so much happier. But it's because I didn't want to be that guy, honestly. I'd get so much hate if I kept Golbat. I didn't want to be the bad guy, even though I love being the bad guy. But that's not the point. That is not the point. I would have loved Golbat, but we've got Moltres. And we can't use it till week 2, so... And looking at our week 1 opponent, if we had a Golbat, we might have been in a better matchup. But no. We've got Moltres instead, who we can't use yet. And we've done a pact that he will not use Moltres week 1, and I won't use Golbat week 1. So, yeah. Yes. So, fantastic. It can be run special. It gets Air Slash, Defog. It gets Defog, but it's quad weak to rocks. Okay. I'm loving this mon already. I'm going to... Gets Extra Sensory, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Heat Wave, Hurricane, Tailwind, Sub, Toxic, U-Turn, Whirlwind, Will-O-Wisp, Ancient Power, Curse, gets some Solar Beam. So yeah, if Moltres is needed, it's a backup Fire type if Blacephalon is too obvious, the backup Flying type if Thunderous is too obvious. So we're stuck with Moltres. If Moltres is probably not going to be brought to many games, so yeah. So yeah, Moltres is here. Now, should have been Wheezing. I'm going to call it Wheezing 0.5. Because Wheezing is twice as good as Moltres. Anyway, next up. We had a lot of points left at this point in this of the draft. And Zorora had not been drafted yet. And I thought, hang on. There's literally 2 picks left for everyone. Everyone's used all their good points. And Zorora has still not yet been picked. Newest Mon, I thought, this is the opportunity to use it and test out in draft. So I thought, hey, Zorora's right there. I have points left. Let's do this shizzle. Let's do this shizzle. So, Zorora is here with Volt Absorb. And for the longest time ever, I thought Zorora was electric fighting type. Turns out, it's just pure electric. It's just pure electric. So, yeah, it's quite fast as well. Speedy boy. I believe Zorora is not our fastest mon on our team with base 143. Wild, because I Mega Sceptile as well, who is twice as fast as Zorora. So, I say twice as fast as 2 base speed higher, but you know, ifs and buts. But Zorora can be run physical and special. It gets acrobatics, brick break, close combat. It got so many fighting moves, I just presumed it was. Another fake out mon. We think we've got, what, 5 fake out mons on the team? Wild. Gets the elemental punches, gets grass knot, gets knockoff, gets low kick, gets outrage. Plasma fists. Base 100, base 100% accuracy, stab, electric type move, which makes the opponent's next move normal type. So, for example, if the likes of we're up against a Snorlax who uses a return on us, we can Plasma Fist, outspeed it, and then his next attack will be an electric type move, which will hit us and will help give us some Volt Absorb damage. Damage, health. So, that could come in clutch against a normal type stab move, which is fantastic. Also gets loads of quick attack, substitute, superpower, taunt, toxic, volt switch, wild charge, electro web, gets throat chop, thunder. So yeah, Zorora is here. Hopefully Zorora, I don't know how to say it. I do not know how to say it, I'm sorry. But Zorora is here. Hopefully it can come in clutch. We can figure out its power and use it the best we can. Now, last pick. If you missed out on the use, if you have not seen it already, if I remember, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. If I don't, tell me off in the comments and I'll put it in there. But in the draft analysis video done by Jamoy, the analyst of Masquerain Division, he literally had a go at me for drafting a Bronzor because I needed another ground resist, another fairy resist to make my type match up. No weaknesses whatsoever. So I thought, hey, what only mon that would do that would be Bronzong. What many points is Bronzong? 3. I had 1 point left. So I thought, I need Bronzong, but I can't afford it. So, what I need to do is devolve Bronzong and pick up Bronzor. Bronzor is on the squad. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is on the squad. If you get that nickname, you're a true nerd. But anyway, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had Levitate, Heatproof, Leviamel, Bog Standard. Bronzor, wait for it, is one of our Z captains. So, Bronzor can be a Z captain with its 24 attack and 24 special attack. It also gets 86 into defenses. So if you slap that Evilite on there, that is what, 1.5 times 86? So it equals 86 times 1.5. So it's got basically 130 in both defenses. which is wild. But doing some testing on the ladder with Bronzor in OU, spoiler alert, it eat up hits for days, even rocking leftovers. So if we need to, we'll rock if you like. If we don't, we can rock leftovers, because the only downside of Bronzor, it doesn't get any reliable recovery. If it got the likes of, the only recovery I think it gets is rest. So if it gets sunny day, wild. But yeah, if we can do the most and use Bronzor, if Bronzor can get a kill this season, I am the best battler known to man. Calling it now. If Bronzor gets a kill, I'm the best battler known to man. So that is our team for ABC Season 2. As you see by our type matchup here, we have no weaknesses whatsoever. We have quite a speedy team. Good look at that. Only 4 of our runs are less than 90 base speed. Only 5 are less than 100 base speed. That's ridiculous. But anyway, that's our team for ABC Season 2. I don't know when the ABC Week 1 battle will go up, because as you can probably tell by the videos on the channel recently, the only videos that are scheduled are the Nuzlocke, because judging by the analytics and whatnot and all the stats, the Nuzlocke is the thing you guys watch the most, so I'm going to keep that consistent, and everything else will just be thrown on days where there's no Nuzlocke, and be thrown on days where there's no Nuzlocke. And if you enjoyed them, I'll make them the more priority over the Nuzlocke. So it's down to you guys what you want to see on the channel. So if you have any suggestions as well, let me know down in the comment section down below. But this has been my ABC Season 2 overview of my ABC Season 2 team. If you enjoyed the team, make sure you smash the like button down below. If you're not already, be subscribed, because the goal is 100 subs by Christmas. We are 28 away. Are we 18? We're 18 away. We're 18 away. We can do this, guys. We can do this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.